It has been said that anything can happen here in the World Wrestling Federation, but now more than ever, truer words have never been spoken. This is a conscious effort on our part to open the creative envelope, so to speak, in order to entertain you in a more contemporary manner. Even though we call ourselves sports entertainment because of the athleticism involved, the key word in that phrase is entertainment. The WWF extends far beyond the strict confines of sports presentation into the wide open environment of broad-based entertainment. We borrow from such program niches like soap operas, like The Days of Our Lives, or music videos such as those on MTV, daytime talk shows like Jerry Springer and others, cartoons like The King of the Hill on Fox, sitcoms like Seinfeld, and other widely accepted forms of television entertainment. We in the WWF think that you, the audience, are, quite frankly, tired of having your intelligence insulted. We also think that you're tired of the same old simplistic theory of good guys versus bad guys. Surely the era of the superhero who urge you to say your prayers and take your vitamins is definitely passé. Therefore, we've embarked upon a far more innovative and contemporary creative campaign that is far more invigorating and extemporaneous than ever before. However, due to the live nature of Raw and the War Zone, we encourage some degree of parental discretion as it relates to the younger audience allowed to stay up late. Other WWF programs on USA, such as Saturday Morning Live Wire and Sunday Morning Superstars, where there's a 40%...
A whole lot of superstars on this stage here tonight. But I want y'all to know one thing. This is my house. And when I say who's...
Word attack skills and vocabulary too. Cover hits in the disc edition is all brand new. You're through. I'm interplanetary like Doctor Who. So who?
Fuck your beef, no relief. I step on stage, girls scream like I'm Keith.
Another week, another dollar is Ringtime Pro Wrestling. Keith and Keisha are back in the building. Keisha, say hi to the people.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Wednesday. It is Wednesday, and I'm glad my work week is over. That is one thing I'm very glad about, because I'm telling you.
Yeah, I'm done for the week also. Well, I'll be working on some other projects, but I'm done for my real job for the week. So exactly. That is awesome. We are coming to you early. We got some things coming down the pike, and we're working on some things, so we figure we get this show done a day early. Well, I'm still $1 short, but eventually I'll find it.
I said, you want me to give you $1, Keith? You know I could always give you $1. Like
yes, I appreciate $1.
If I be short one to sales, we can both have $1 together. I'm just saying.
Okay, I can roll with that.
That's what family's for, people. I'm here to offer $1 for someone who's $1 short. Or some alcohol. I like alcohol. Coffee.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Not buy alcohol with $1. I will assure you that. I will not buy alcohol with $1.
Now that is what I call hilarious. So what's going on, Keith? What's going on?
Nothing much. We are heading to an exciting week. Superstars of Wrestling Fan Fest is this weekend in Rome, Georgia. Yours truly will be attending. We have a special treat for you all. I was able to talk to Shawn Holcomb, who is the promoter, who is in charge of running Superstars Wrestling Fan Fest. And we got him on the line, and he's going to tell you more about the event, how you can go, how you can participate, who's all going to be there, and some fun, exciting things that we talked about. So we're going to drop that on you. Y'all listen to that, and we're going to come back, and that's the show. Hello. That was corny. I don't know why I did that. All right, Ringtime listeners, I have a special guest on the line. I have Shawn Holcomb from Superstars of Wrestling Fan Fest, which I will be attending this weekend, going down to Rome, Georgia. Shawn, how's it going?
Great, man. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good.
Good.
I came by way of the Fan Fest, listened to Jim Cornette's podcast, and was thinking, like, hey, man, I got to be there.
Yeah.
It's right here in Rome.
You know, it's funny. I was talking to Jim. Jim called me this morning. That's one of the perks of being a wrestling promoter doing shows on this scale is every now and then you'll answer your phone. It's a strange number, and it's like, "Hey, Shawn, how you doing? It's Jim Cornette." And I'm like, "Oh crap, okay, let's talk." But yeah, I was talking to him this morning. He mentioned that he's hitting it pretty hard on his podcast. So yeah, a lot of people looking forward to meeting Jim Cornette Saturday, including me. It's going to be a pretty good show.
Yeah, I figured a chance to meet Jim Cornette and Mick Foley in the same weekend. I got to be on it.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, we've got a huge lineup, and it just got bigger yesterday. I got another phone call from a legend. Larry Zabisco called me, and wanted to know if I had room for one more person. And I said, "Sure, who you got?" And he said a buddy of his wanted to come up, and he lives in the Atlanta area and wanted to come to the show. It's Teddy Long. And I said, yeah, we had Teddy last year. He's a great guy. He tell him to come on. So, we added another one, and just a few days before that, we added Randy Rose, who was an original member of the Midnight Express, managed by Paul Heyman way back in the 80s. So, it never surprises me that we're still adding people the closer we get to the Fan Fest. So, who knows who else will be added between now and Saturday.
Wow. That's going to be really huge. But you got things going on starting Thursday, right?
Yeah. We have Thursday night, bell time 7 o'clock. It will be on High Spot's iPay-per-view. It's Mucha Lucha Wrestling, and it'll be headlined by the son of Rey Mysterio. The Rey Mysterio that you see on WWE is actually the cousin of the guy that's coming to Rome. But the guy that's coming to Rome is the actual son of the original Rey Mysterio from Mexico, the Luchadors. And he'll be headlining it, and I think there's like 12 other Luchadors coming in. And they're going to have a kind of a mini fan fest before the show starts. It'll be from 5 until 7. Come in and meet all the Luchadors and get pictures and autographs and all that. And then at 7 o'clock, we go live on iPay-per-view on High Spot. And you'll see some crazy flying luchadors doing crazy stuff that I hope my insurance company's turning a blind eye to, because it's going to be they're going to be doing some dangerous stuff in the ring.
Wow, that's big. I know the Atlanta fans usually don't get a chance to see a lot of luchadors, so this will be definitely nice to see.
Yeah, especially up in this part of Georgia. They do a show about once every 3 months or so. Down in the Atlanta area, but in this part of northwest Georgia, northeast Alabama, southern Tennessee, we don't get to see stuff like this very often, and it's really nice to have been able to partner up with them, and I'm looking forward to that show big time. I've never seen an authentic luchador show, but it should be some really cool matches coming out of that.
Yeah, I'm definitely excited to see it. And then Friday night leading up, Mick Foley is bringing his comedy, I see.
Yeah. He was the first. He was the one that my kids wanted last year. They wanted me to book Mick Foley, and we ended up booking Ric Flair last year. And of course, when you book Ric Flair, you run out of money real fast. So the budget went away, and I told my kids, I said, next year we'll get Mick Foley. So I contacted his manager almost immediately following last year's show, and we got him lined up pretty quick. So he'll be doing his comedy show at a place called the Brew House in Rome. It's northwest of Atlanta. This is the biggest club in northern Georgia. And we've already I did a check this morning. We've got, I think, 7 seats left, reserved seat, on the floor, and then the rest will be general admission. So Mick Foley's getting real close to a sellout. And not only do you get the comedy show, but you also get your ticket includes a meet and greet with Mick after the show. He'll do autographs, he'll do pictures, he'll stay until the last person satisfied. So that's going to be a lot of fun. And I've seen some excerpts of his comedy show on YouTube, and it's pretty dang funny. Basically his show is telling funny stories of life on the road with other wrestlers like DDP and Scott Hall and Shawn Michaels and all these people that he's traveled with and shared hotel rooms with. You can imagine some of the stories that come out of that.
Yeah, I can imagine. And then I guess the big day is Saturday. I mean, this is a packed lineup. Jake the Snake, Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Yeah, you know what? It's so big. I'm glad I have my laptop here because I forget everybody that's coming. I have to pull up the list just to see who all is going to be there. I know, let's see, we have Jake the Snake Roberts, he's coming. And we have Brutus the Barber Beefcake's coming. We have, I got in trouble. I've gotten a couple of emails from WWE telling me not to use a particular person's name because it's the intellectual property of WWE. And let's just say that it rhymes with Otis May. And he's now called Tyrus in TNA. And so he's coming. Jim Cornette, of course, will be there. Jim the Anvil Neidhart's coming. Gorgeous George is coming. Macho Man Randy Savage's manager and girlfriend back in the WCW days, the blonde that was just incredibly hot, she's going to be there.
Mm-hmm.
And we got Larry Zbyszko coming, Luke Gallows, Tessa Blanchard's coming, daughter of Tully Blanchard. Cody Hall's coming, that's Scott Hall's son. Tim Zbyszko's coming, that's Larry Zbyszko's son. So we've got a lot of the past, present, and future guys coming. And that night, the pay-per-view that night is going to be, we've got some really good matches lined up. We put a lot more thought into the matches this year as opposed to last year. And we've really got some good pairings going on for the pay-per-view that night.
Yeah, it sounds awesome. I think Cody Hall's taking on Larry Zbyszko's son, right?
Yeah, that'll be that could be a main event in any arena in the world. We're actually gonna crown our first champion, and that's gonna be. We decided what better way to crown a champion than to take Pro Wrestling Illustrated's Rookie of the Year, which was Tim Zbyszko, and put him against Pro Wrestling Illustrated's second place behind Tim Zbyszko in the Rookie of the Year rankings, and that was Cody Hall. So you've got the two best indie wrestlers in the country going to go one-on-one, not only for the Superstars of Wrestling Championship, but it's going to be a ladder match, and we're going to see if Cody is as good at the ladder match as his dad Scott is. And I'm sure Scott's giving him some pointers, letting him know some things about the ladder match, and expecting that one to steal the show, to be quite honest.
Yeah, it does sound like a show stealer. Any information you want to tell the fans on how to purchase tickets? Or?
Yeah, absolutely. If you want to know all the matches, we have Tessa Blanchard going against Amber O'Neal. Hacksaw is involved in the main event. We're going to have the Snake Pit with Jake the Snake Roberts as our main event segment. His guests will be Jim Cornette, Jim the Anvil Neidhart, Lord Humongous, who, by the way, is the only person to ever get up from a DDT, and Larry Zbyszko, several other people. It's going to be like a little round table of legends, plus Damien will be there, and lots more. But if you want more information on the matches or ticket information or who's going to be at the Fan Fest, all you have to do is go to superstarsfanfest.com, and that's superstars with an S, fanfest.com. You can get links there to get tickets, or you can go to forumevents.org, and that's a direct link to purchase tickets for the Mucha Lucha show, for Mick Foley, for the Fan Fest, and also for the live wrestling event, which will be on iPay-per-view through Hotspots on Saturday night.
Yeah, man, sounds like an awesome event. I'm definitely excited to be there. Rome sounds like a really nice location. I mean, if you're in Chattanooga, if you're in North Alabama, if you're from Atlanta, drive on over.
Yeah, we're only about an hour and 10 minutes north of Atlanta. We're about an hour and 20 minutes south of Chattanooga. And we're in an arena that we used to have television tapings for WCW Saturday night at the Forum back in the day. And just recently, we've hosted TNA Wrestling 3 different times, house shows, which if you know TNA Wrestling house shows, sometimes they're lucky to draw 200, maybe 300 people. and each time we drew 1,500 plus just for the house shows for TNA. So Rome's a wrestling town, and we're expecting a huge turnout, and reserved seats are going fast. So if you want those, you better jump online now and get them at superstarsfanfest.com.
All right. Shawn, thanks for your time, and hope to see you this weekend.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right. Thanks a lot.
It's going to last. How many times am I going to come to this country and receive no peace? Because when Cactus Jack comes to Japan, everyone's gunning for me. Bang, bang! How many times are they going to rip my flesh? How many times are they going to tear at my skull? How many times till they finally figure out that you can't stop Cactus Jack? Every time I step into Korakuen Hall, they surround that ring with barbed wire as if it's really going to stop me. Well, Nakamaki, Leatherface, let me include you on one simple thing. You can't stop Cactus Jack! I'll wrap you up in that barbed wire. I'll be your worst nightmare. Because I have the Crypt Keeper on my team. I know I can't trust Leatherface. He showed me that last time. Every time I step out in the ring, Nakamaki's got a new weapon gunning for me. Bang, bang! Well, tonight, we're gunning for you. Not for the next time, but for the last.
All right, everybody, we back. You guys get to listen to the interview. Like we said, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, come out to Superstars of Wrestling Fan Fest out in Rome, Georgia. You'll see your boy. It'd be a good time. I mean, Thursday night we started with the Luchadors and the Rey Mysterio, which is not Rey Mysterio Jr., but he's actually the son of the real Rey Mysterio.
Right.
Rey Mysterio Jr. is the nephew of the original Rey Mysterio. The guy that's wrestling Thursday is Rey's first cousin and the son of the original Rey Mysterio. So, just a little interesting dynamics that's going on out there in the wrestling world. And Friday night, the Mick Foley Comedy Show. Saturday, the All Day, the Fan Fest is going down. It's going to be bananas. Birthdays. Keish. Very interesting weekend. Birthdays. We can backpedal to Monday. Kate Lee Burchell had a birthday. You remember her. The big guy, Ryback, Feed Me More. When he was slamming people on Raw, he had a birthday. Yesterday, the 11th, Billy Gunn celebrated his birthday. And today, hey, it's Wednesday, November 12th. It is Disco Fever. Disco Fever. Yep, Disco Inferno celebrates his birthday.
Mm-hmm.
So that happens, and
Yeah, you're right. That did happen. Yeah, that happened.
I am a fan of the disco, so you know.
You know what? His theme music just got annoying. Like I'll be like, disco, get your life together.
Mm-hmm.
It's just about it. So I don't know. I like Disco Inferno though. I mean, he wasn't that bad. He wasn't that bad.
Yeah, I thought disco was cool. What's circulating around the internet is that Tuesday night at the SmackDown taping, Vince made a special appearance, ripping the crowd.
Right.
Vince said, "Yo, man, y'all out here, y'all bored, y'all not doing nothing." He claimed Liverpool sound like a skin disease. And, you know, whatever. But what happened was, the crowd was pissed because they like, what the fuck up with the network? Because it's November. Like, the network was supposed to launch, like, a couple of months ago. And then, like, the last deadline date was, like, November 2nd. And then it didn't launch then. So now, like, they doing this Europe tour. And the UK like, yo, what's up with the network? And I think it's kind of disingenuous and mean that they talking about all the fun stuff that's going down in November and how they going all out this November, and the people in the UK can't get the network.
Of course not. And it's just like,
Kinda
it's
cold,
just like, and it's crazy because,
I mean,
you know, on the
cold.
side, on the ring, you know, they don't have WWE Network written on there for the longest. And now, you know, they go to the UK, they covered up the word network like nobody knew that it was on there. And it's like, hey, guess what? People still remember that they don't have the network in the UK. So, I don't know what you was thinking about, but that didn't work. Whatever plan you just came up with, none of that worked. Please and thank you. I'm just saying. It didn't happen that way. I believe in them to get it together.
No, it did not happen that way. Very interestingly enough.
Yeah, that's definitely the word for it. That is definitely the word for it. Because I'm telling you.
Yeah. Flair says Charlotte is going to be the best female wrestler that the WWE has ever had in a recent interview. I'm not saying that she won't be.
Her big music is greatness. I'm just saying. Her theme is greatness. I like Charlotte. I'm a fan of Charlotte. So, like, I think she's gonna make it. Personally, I think she's gonna be a hot female wrestler. I see her as a future Divas champion.
Yeah, I think the NXT Divas roster is as solid as the main roster.
Right. And that, to me, is a definite plus. Definite plus.
So we'll see that coming up sooner than later. WWE also issued a statement about Alberto Del Rio. If you don't know, Alberto got fired a while back. They have been trying to keep him from working, period, for like a year.
Right.
They tried to lock him out of wrestling some kind of, like, I guess he had that time, much time left on his contract, and they was trying to prevent him from being able to work. And he started suing because it's like, hey man, you violate my constitutional rights here. You can't just say I can't work again.
Exactly.
But they figured out something, and the WWE issued a statement following his departure from WWE. Former superstar Alberto Del Rio and the WWE reached a mutual understanding with regard to his future booking opportunities. We wish Alberto the best in his future endeavors, which means, hey, somebody said, look, you got to do something. You can't just let him sit on the sideline like this. And I'm glad he's free, so he'll be wrestling in AAA sooner than later. They probably already got lined up what shows he's going to be on. So,
right.
You know, will be good to see the man doing his thing again somewhere else. Just like we've been seeing, like John Morrison show off in Lucha Underground the last 2 weeks. It'd be good to see Del Rio show up somewhere and give it some juice. Monday's edition of Raw drew 3.9 million viewers, which was down last week from even 4 million. But it isn't that bad. But it isn't bad for a taped edition, because of course Monday was taped because they were in the UK and people would have been in bed. It had been 2:00 in the morning in the UK when Raw came on.
Right.
So they taped it, and it came out pretty good for them, even though they tried to spoil the whole thing because all the pictures was on the internet. But I guess I get it. They didn't want to spoil it before they felt like somebody else was going to, expose it.
Yeah, it is what it is. Like,
right.
So, but spoilers come out anyway. Like, I've been seeing them all week, but I've seen them, but I haven't seen them. Like, I haven't read any of them or anything like that. But, that's the downside of being a taped show and it being live in one place and then show recorded in another, is that the spoilers are possible because they are actually accurate. It's like, that's right. The only downside too. Like, these spoilers are actually accurate. So if you read them, you're going to know what happened already in the show because it's on tape. And they were there, so they seen it. Like, it's pretty much the case with it all. So yeah, it's interesting. Like, that's what the word I definitely can use for it. It's definitely interesting. But it was a good show though. I have to say,
Right.
it was an awesome show. Like, they put on a great show. But it was, I just know that it's still just, it's still amazing to me to see it. So, I can't,
Yeah.
I just, yeah.
But let's get on to Raw. I mean, this week Raw was centrally centered around Survivor Series.
Right.
And not just Survivor Series, but really just one match. Team Authority versus Team Cena. And could we fill out Team Cena? Because apparently Team Authority is pretty stacked. Seth Rollins, Kane, Mark Henry, all in the mix before the start of the show.
Yes.
Right?
Right.
Then we locked down Ryback. I mean, early on in the first segment, then Rusev. Which
Exactly.
might be the most dangerous person of all of that is Rusev.
It's crazy.
Yeah. So.
Rusev. Oh, God. That
Yeah,
celebration was just, oh, whatever. Like, really?
Yeah. It was.
Lava. Every time I see Lana, I just want to be like Lana. But did you hear how Stephanie just, like, completely was like, hey, chick, guess what? You gonna do what I tell you to do. And
Oh,
so
yeah.
I'm talking about
It was kind of funny, too, because Lana was like, well, we have to talk about the politics. You know what Steph said with a straight face? There's no politics in the WWE. I was like,
yeah. I said, really? Like, how can you fix your face to even... I said, is this serious? Are you serious right now? Like, how can you even fix your face to say something like that? Is this for real?
like, y'all burying people right now based on politics.
Exactly.
But,
Look at what's going on with Cesaro. Like,
yeah, I'm about to say, Cesaro would beg to differ that politics did not play in the WWE. I thought it was funny. I thought they made the swerve obvious Monday.
Right.
Like, I thought you knew Ryback was going to turn at the end, right? Like, everybody from the Authority made sure they went and pissed him off.
Exactly. Exactly. So that's what it just got real, to me it got really weird, you know? But at the same time, it was something that I just saw coming. Like, it wasn't too obvious, but it was just like, come on, man. Really? Like, once there was the conversation with Ryback and Kane happened in the back, like, I knew that there was going to be more to the story than, oh, I'm just going to be on Team Ryback and it's going to be over with. I mean, I was going to be on Team Authority, it's going to be over with. Like, that wasn't just going to be the case. Like, you like, look, I don't need y'all out here ringside. I got this. Let me handle it. Then, of course, Kane comes in, interrupts the match, just as he didn't want him to do. And that, of course, just pissed him off, you know? So, to me, it would have sounds like, but from what I can see in the whole scheme of it all, is Luke Harper coming in there and with Dolph, throwing Dolph to the wolves like it was just nothing.
Right,
but then
right.
Ryback, of course, is not going to be on Team Authority because of what just happened. So I'm like, really? Wait. I'm like, for real? Did this just really happen? Like, did this really happen right now? So I thought this episode of Raw was awesome because of just those elements alone. Like, you've seen so many changes. I think it might be a couple more changes in Team Authority and Team Cena before Survivor Series comes. And I'm just talking about last night's changes either. You know, because I feel like there's just going to be this constant battle of tick for tack between the two teams until it actually happens.
Right.
So,
well, not to get too crazy, but like we really haven't defined what happens with Ryback at the end of this.
right.
Like he attacks the Authority after they attack him, but does that make him a member of Team Cena now?
Right. And that's what I want to know. Because, I mean, he looked at Cena follows him. Cena's clapping for him. He's looking at Cena like, but there's like no nod of agreement. There's no indication that he done completely switch teams. Like, there's nothing. He walks to the back and that's the end of it. It's just kind of like, and then they shoot Stephanie and Triple H. So it's just like, okay, so is he a team member for Cena or not? Like, did this just happen or is it not going to happen? I need some clarification. Like, I need for SmackDown or Raw, SmackDown this week or Raw next week to give me some clarification as to who team he's on, because he's not on Team Authority anymore. Like, that's just kind of obvious. I think that's kind of evident that that's just not going to happen, but I just want to know, like, is he a member of Team Cena? Like, I need to know. Somebody needs to tell me something, people. Like, I don't want to spoil it, though. I don't want to. Like, I want to watch it, but at the same time, I just need to know. Like, I need some clarification on what's happening. And what happened to Jack Swagger? Like, I know he got curb stomped twice. Like, is he just not on the team? Like, is he still a member of the team? Like, I don't know what's going on with that. Like, that was what was unclear to me. Like, did they both lose members last night?
Still a member.
Monday night.
Still a member. Working hard to get back in there. But, no, Swagger's done. Swagger's out.
Okay.
Because the curb stop was just too much for Swagger.
Right. And then he got hit with it twice. So it was just...
He might have a legit injury, because that's what happened with Zack Ryder. Zack Ryder actually had a legitimate injury. And that was a good way to write him out, was he just got curb stopped.
Right.
So
wow. Well, from the looks of it, they both lost members of their teams, but possibly gained one to replace them. You know, so with Team Authority and Luke Harper, and then with Team Cena and maybe Ryback, like it's still 5 members to each team, maybe. I mean, that's just how I see it right now, but I love the suspense. Like, oh man, the anticipation is killing me. I can't deal with it. I need somebody to tell me something, and I need to know now. I'm just saying.
Right.
Can we do that? Now, I'm just saying. Now, can we talk about this Dean Ambrose Bray Wyatt feud? I mean,
it's not the most sensical feud, but I get the story they're gonna try to tell. They both crazy, and how does that crazy balance out? And who's gonna win with the battle of the crazy?
That's what it sounds like to me.
I think Bray is going to try to recruit some more soldiers, and I don't know how that's going to work out. But yeah, right now it's just a battle of crazy, and who's going to win out on the crazy scale?
Yeah, that's what's so funny about it to me. Like, is that they both like completely out of their minds, and then that's just pretty much how it goes. So, you know, they both done lost it, and that's just pretty much the only gist of it all. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's foolishness. But I like the feud, though. I think I'm probably one of the few that actually likes what's going on, because I like seeing this crazy people battle each other, you know. Now, this Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston and these choirs and this... What is... Really? Like, did we really have to have that happen? Like, I just want to know.
I mean, I don't know, Keith. I don't know. Like, I'm scared. I'm so scared. We know how racial stereotypes have came out before. And a mega church gimmick, I am so scared.
I really have to wonder who wrote this and decided this is a good idea to go with. That's what I want to know. Because I'm looking at it like, wait. Really? I think it's kind of hilarious, but at the same time, it's like, okay, where are you going with this exactly? Like, is this a new stable that y'all coming up with? Y'all gonna throw Big E Langston into this too? Like, I just need to know. Like,
oh yeah, he gonna be the preacher.
That's crazy.
That's gonna be Big E Jakes.
That's what I call foolishness. I really can't. But you know what? I'm loving the vignettes for it. Like, I have to honestly say, I love when they reinvent people when they want to, because the vignettes for it is usually just completely.
At least they got a plan for them.
Right, exactly. That's what I
Don't
love.
know how big it is, what's going to work out, but at least there's a plan for them.
That's crazy. Like, and at least they do. Because, you know, some people, they just don't have a plan. Well, they just, like, they get stuck off to the side, and then it's like, oh, do they still wrestle for us? Like, it's crazy. Like, it just happens all the time. People will just kind of just get pushed to the side, and it's just like, okay. So what happened to this person? And oh yeah, they're still here, and blah blah blah. And I'm just kind of like, okay, like I really need y'all to get that together. So I don't know. I love Raw for what they did with the ending with Cena and Ryback in the match, and the turn, and then Dolph getting beat up and just tossed to the feet of the Authority like it was nothing. Like, I think that the ending, that Raw ended perfectly. I thought that was a great ending to the show. That's my own personal opinion. I thought that was a great ending to the show. I don't think anything was out of place at that point. So I give it them that. I definitely give them that. I don't know. I mean, there's really nothing else this whole diva thing is just ridiculous, but you know, that's just normal. That's just normal. So, of course, Nikki just running around telling her sister what to do, and it's stupid. Like, I'll be glad when that's over, because it's just dumb. Like, I just want Bree to, like, kick Nikki's teeth in and be done with it all. Like, I just wanted it all to be over. That's all I want. It's foolishness.
Just downright foolishness, huh, Keish?
It's foolishnness.
It's malarkey.
Exactly. So.
All right. Any other impressions from Raw that you got?
Well, let's see. No. I think that was pretty much all that I could bring out. Like, the Team Authority, I like this whole thing with the Authority and Team Cena. Like, I'm feeling this right now. So, of course, the Miz and Damien Mizdow, they're doing their thing, being hilarious.
Yeah, but if I don't have to ever see Hornswoggle dressed up like them again.
Yeah, that's just not gonna work for me. Like, I can't deal with that either. But what's up with Adam Rose beating up the bunny? Like, what is that? Like, when we start doing that, that's foolishness. Like, he still has the entourage and everything, but now he's beating up the bunny? Like, why is he beating up the bunny?
Assault on the bunny, I can't get down with. And I think they don't want to reveal who the bunny really is and haven't beat him up just yet. But it's a frustrator.
Now, I'm hearing rumors that the bunny is really Darren Young. But, you know, I don't know if I can believe that or not. Like, I need to know who this bunny is, and, like, why is he beating up on the bunny? Like, I just want to know, why is he beating up on the bunny now? Bunnies are nice. We all love bunnies. Well, I like bunnies.
Interesting question.
Come on, man. It's foolishness. So you get angry and beat up on the bunny? It's like kicking a puppy. It's awful. You should never beat up on the bunny. I'm just saying.
No, you shouldn't. No, I agree.
You shouldn't beat up on the bunny. No. If you want to beat up on somebody, beat up on one of the men in your entourage. I mean, that's what wrestling is for. I guess. I don't know. Whatever. But that's all I got for Raw. Like, that's my synopsis of Raw for the week, because that's pretty much all I got from it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see anything that, like I said, any major need to clean up. Like I said, we all know that the main storyline is Team Authority versus Team Cena. I think Team Cena has restored some balance, so they won't be dying this week. interested in how Team Authority is going to shape out. If Ryback is defected, is Luke Harper one of the potential guys? I don't know. He threw Dolph backstage, beat up, and said, "I know how to be a team player."
Yeah, about that. It's like
definitely looked a little scared, but they was with it.
Right, they was in there like they were looking afraid, but then it was like, we can do this. We can work with that. Like it's like really, you gonna throw somebody on the team that you look terrified of? I don't know about that.
Hey man, sometimes you sacrifice some little integrity because you got to win.
Exactly.
You got to understand they ain't out in power no more. I don't know who takes over.
Yeah.
I have no idea who takes over.
To where they might lose power, and it's like, really? I don't know who takes over either, but
yeah,
I would love to see that.
The risk involved is if you on the losing team and like Cena team loses because they gonna make you pay.
Right. Exactly. But like if the story loses and they no longer have power, what will they do? Like it's like, will anything still happen to Cena's team? Like it's.
Yeah, I mean, there's no raises, there's no elevated. Now, what they might do is do something like, hey, what we'll do is we'll let his team book the next Raw. You know what I mean? Remember the Survivor Series back in Evolution where each member got to book Raw that night?
Yeah,
and they all booked themselves against Triple H for the title?
And it was crazy.
It'd be something like that.
That was foolishness. I was like, really? Like, like it was awful. But it was funny, though. It was awful, but it was still hilarious at the same time. So, yeah. We just have to see what happens.
Yeah. Other than that, I think I'm caught up on Lucha Underground. I probably won't see tonight's show live, so I'll watch it again on demand or whatever, or not on demand, or however I can get my hands on it. So far, so good, though. Keisha, that team of Puma and Morrison, or Mondo,
yeah,
they teamed together this week. They could wrestle anybody, and I mean anybody, and they'd be as good as any tag team going right now.
I hate that I don't have El Rey, man.
Yeah,
I'm gonna need to have El Rey here. Like
I'll shoot you over how I watched it, and then you can comment on it next week.
Because I need to see it. I'm just saying.
Right. Other than that, any parting shots? Anything else going down?
I would like to say that I am so glad I am off work for the next 2 days. Like, I'm excited. I'm excited about it because I am exhausted. Like, I am exhausted, and I still have some running around to do, and then my best friend's birthday is this week, so I'll be partying and all that, and it's all done got ridiculous. So all of it done got ridiculous, but I'm excited, and at the same time, I'm just tired, Keith. Like, you know how you just always think about taking a nap? Like, that's where I'm at right now. Like, I just be wanting to take a nap. I don't know. But that's my part in shout out. So, I love you fans out there. I love all of y'all. And, check out audible.com. Because I have, and I think it's pretty awesome. Definitely. I definitely think it's pretty awesome. Because I've gotten into the habit of listening to stuff, and I'm definitely listening to books right now. So I'm just like, yes. So I was not aware of how it goes, but I am now aware of it now, and I'm excited.
There you go, www.audibletrial.com/Ringtime Pro Wrestling. Get your free audiobook download and your 30-day free trial. Read some books without actually having to read. You can be smart without actually having to put the effort in. Learn something new and not just really ride around and listen to it. Hey man, if they had this on tape, man, you know how many books I could have not read in school?
Right. I'm just saying. Of course they're not gonna do that when it's convenient. They wait until all after the fact. Like,
I'm just saying, we could have knocked some of these books out in 5 hours, because that's the runtime on Audible, 5 hours. Where you was reading for like 3 weeks, could have knocked this out in 5 hours. So that's that. Before we left, something I missed in the news segment that's monsterly huge for wrestling fans. Marvel announced that CM Punk has joined the comic book writing team, and he's going to write for the Thor Annual 1 story, which is scheduled to be released February 15th, 2015. So that is huge. We know Punk is a huge comic book guy, so him getting a chance to write for Marvel is monstrous, and I'm glad he's getting that chance and getting to do something and enjoy himself.
Right.
So that's happening. Podcasts out there, you know, we always tell you listen to friends of the show, our favorite people, Coach of the Podcast Network. But the most recent Baker, Bone, and Rome Bad Advice show, man, some of the funniest stuff going around in the podcast. So gotta listen. And with that, Keish, you got anything else, or we going?
I love you all.
All right,
You're all awesome. You're all awesome.
We will be back next week. I'm trying to think. Is next week the Survivor Series? No, the week after.
It done into the week after.
Okay.
So I don't think it's
next week. We'll just find something to talk about, right?
Oh, we'll talk about something. We'll talk about something. Trust. We'll talk about.
We didn't even use up a whole hour of your day this week, so
exactly. But
we
still love that you listened.
And last week, we did not even use up an hour of your day. So, hey, check it out, right? So, we are everywhere now. We're on Spreaker. We're on iTunes. We're on TuneIn Radio. We're on Stitcher. We're almost to iHeartRadio. I think Spreaker going to give us the news soon. And that's going to be huge. So, the place is expanded. And we couldn't do it without you. But we will be back next week. Peace.
And we'll talk to you then. I love